I will not define who or what my students are. They will do that for themselves. However, I will expect greatness and set high expectations from each student that I teach. I will encourage every student to do the best in everything they pursue. My curriculum will be based on the idea that everyone can exceed expectations in three components: hard work, perseverance, and soul. Hard work will always be the key to success, but perseverance will be the boost of energy that makes sure the hard work is not done in vain. Soul is what makes all of the work important to you. This will be the platform in my classroom because hard work will always get you in the door, perseverance will keep you in the door, and soul is what makes your job fun. I believe a platform such as this is important to have in a classroom because it will encourage and engage students in the classroom and in the real world. This is important to me because students need teachers who are willing to teach academics and how to live in the real world. When it comes to instructional time and classroom management, I believe students behave in the way that is permissible by the teacher. I will create an environment for mutual respect by establishing a unique set of rules that accommodate the students and myself. For example, on the first day of school, students will introduce themselves and share with the class what they aspire to become in their adult life. Once the class learns everyone's aspirations, we will refer to each student by what they aspire to be. For example, if a student named Bobby aspires to become a politician, he will be referred to as Senator Bobby. The purpose of this objective, inspired by Jawanza Kunjufu, will be to instill mutual respect and personal value in each of the students. Another way to create an atmosphere for mutual respect is to enforce dress for success once a week. This is important to me because appearance is what determines first impression. Business professional attire helps to instill personal confidence and naturally attracts respect from others. The concept of mutual respect is vital in and outside of the classroom. As a teacher, I would hold myself responsible for ensuring excellence in all of my students. Having respect for oneself and others is the first step to excellence. I believe there is no such thing as a student being smarter than another. The idea that some students are more brilliant than others must come to a halt. In my classroom, I will strive to breed all of my students to exceed academically and individually. Every child can learn, but every child cannot learn in the same way. This is why it is important for teachers to learn the student's individuality and accommodate the student according to their learning style. I would have more of a constructivist approach in regard to my teaching style. This is important because it allows students to be more interactive and creative in the classroom. The constructivist approach encourages class participation, critical and creative analysis, and allows a democratic classroom. I believe this approach will reach every learner because opinions and suggestions are always welcome and students have the opportunity to express themselves. Many times, teachers instruct their class in the way that he or she learns. However, it is important to remember that students don't always learn in the same way as the teacher. To ensure that I am reaching each student equally, I will create a system where students with the same learning styles work together in groups. For instance, verbal, visual, and hands-on learners will all work together during class time while I dedicate an allotted time for instruction to each group. I think this is a great way to ensure that every student learns the material in the way that works best for their learning style. My main goal for each of my students would be to perform their absolute best. I believe that when we strive to do our absolute best, we will never stop challenging ourselves to do better. Spelman has instilled in me the concept of community service. I aspire to instill the same values into my students. I will accomplish this goal by assigning a community service project at least once a month. The purpose of this project will be for students to gain awareness on social issues in local and surrounding areas. In conclusion, I believe teaching is the most rewarding career. Much like every other career, there will always be downfalls and negative aspects. However, I believe making a difference in the lives of others is priceless and beyond compare. I want to teach because of the difference that my prior teachers made in my life. I wasn't always spellbound. There was a time when I settled for less and I did not care about my future. However, I am where I am today because of the teachers that pushed me to my potential and never allowed me to settle for less. Those teachers saw something in me that I did not see. I want to be that same teacher, mentor, counselor, and leader to students who are what I once was.